And the Civil Society Coalition for Transparency and Good Governance have called on the leadership of the National Assembly to focus on improving the educational budget of Nigeria. At a press briefing with journalists in Abuja, CSO says there is a need to kick against the establishment of additional acts to create a national commission for Almajiri and school dropout children to provide a multi-modal system of education pushed forward by the federal government under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. Victor Udo, convener Civil Society Coalition for Transparency and Good Governance, expressed dissatisfaction, adding that there is no need for duplication of agencies. The convener says proper monitoring and existing ones should be in place to discharge their duty effectively.
The National Assembly should focus on encouraging the executive to bring bills that reflects that percentage benchmark. In a situation where the executive is not committed enough to the development of education to bring in that benchmark on the budget, the National Assembly should use her powers that allows it to add or subtract to the budget to improve the educational budget of our country. And by so doing, these already existing agencies will have sufficient funds, will have sufficient financial capacity to go about delivering on the mandate for which they were established. I give you an example. There were 157 model Almajiri schools built some years ago in this same country, and the schools were built by the already existing agency. I personally believe, and we believe as a civil society, that what government is to do, specifically the National Assembly, what they should do now is to see how best to put in more resources into this agency, and then adequate budgeting and proper monitoring through oversight to making sure that the monies appropriated gets to the institutions that they are expected to.
Victor also added that the universal basic education has the capacity to address the educational system issues for students across the country.
We are very, very confident that the universal basic education, by the law establishing it, by the policy guideline, has the capacity to cater for young persons within the supposed age to get adequate education. If you are a nomad, or you have a parent who are nomad, there's another agency of government that seeks to take care of that categories of young people. And if you were by privilege of exclusion or by privilege of your parents not being so economically advantaged, you did not have a childhood education at the right time, there is another agency of government by name, the National Commission for Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education. These are agencies that have the capacity in terms of the framework that established them. What we should be focusing at this level is to help develop capacity, retrain and retrain the manpower within these agencies so as to get the required results.
Stakeholders hope that the federal government will fund available agencies to enhance the strength in the educational system and end illiteracy in Nigeria.